According to a recent study, babies receiving recommended abdominal time, reading time, and sleep in first 6 months hit gross motor milestones earlier, and developed basis of healthy habits to be built in coming years. Kinesiology, Faculty Sports, Professor Valerie Carson, the first few years, development health and prosperity throughout the life ground. So it is a really critical period development, he says. Canada 24-hour movement instructions include the following recommendations for babies: at least 30 minutes per day, abdominal time, car seats, at a time when it is restricted in devices such as car seats, less than 1 hour, screen time, normal reading time and sufficient. Researchers have found that following as many suggestions as possible, not only for a child's gross motor development, but also for the development of long-term healthy habits. There is more evidence that the behaviors created at this young age may be usual, and that they can monitor over time. The habits and patterns we have established in children at a young age may be prone to act in a certain way as they get older. This study was part Early Carriers, which was a research project developed to address gap in information that Carson suggested development 24-hour motion directives for first years 2017. Most evidence focused on health results related to obesity. I was interested in looking at other health indicators such as development, gross motor development and social, emotional and cognitive development, or he says. In the study, 411 babies hired in 2-month vaccination appointments in collaboration with Alberta Health Services. Ebekes filled a questionnaire with 2, 4 and 6 months. Crawling on it, standing, assisted walking, independent stance and independent walk. They matched this main work with a sub-study where some of participating parents completed the diary of time at same 2, 4 and 6 months. The results have shown that the probability of meeting the same advice of infants who meet a certain advice in 2 months is 1.8 to 8.2 times higher in 4 and 6 months. There were positive relationships with all suggestions, but one of them played a critical role. We saw the most consistent relationships between advice of abdominal time and to develop rude motor development. In infants who have not yet crawled or not walking, the abdominal time is the main form of physical activity. Infants who continue to take proposed abdominal time have reached the seating, scanning and standing milestones before those less than recommended amount. Carson, a member of the Women and Child Health Research Institute, is important to have evidence-based instructions for parents underwater with information about the best for their children. They rely on the best evidence that the best evidence will promote optimal growth and development in children. Researchers also found that very few babies are connected all instructions. So next steps for Early Movers project include finding ways reach parents caregivers as early as possible, so they are aware importance these directives and baby in development a baby. They plan develop interventions help parents who face certain obstacles. For example, if baby doesn't like time abdominal, they still hopes offer clues strategies walk around this resistance while trying collect guide.